Serial abuser will hopefully be homeless soon. TL. Dr. A woman I've never met posted me in something called Are We Dating the Same Guy on Facebook for our local city. In this post it claims I used to beat my ex-wife. I've never been married. Found her on Facebook and reported her to her job. She's unemployed now. Full story. My senior year of high school my younger brother committed suicide. This and other events caused me to spiral. Drugs 5 years. But nowadays it's going on 4 years since I've used hard drugs. Most of my 20s were dark and lonesome though. My family didn't want anything to do with me after a while because it hurt them to witness. There's been a lot of healing in that regard and I'm finally on good terms with them again. After I got clean, about a year or so in, I took a try at online dating. I was quickly hit with a dose of reality. Women didn't find me attractive. I was still a little overweight. I had one date and the woman never spoke to me again. I even went online to look up some advice, too embarrassed to tell anyone about it in real life. That was when I learned even guys that are way more accomplished in life and have model looks, they also don't get nearly any attention online either. My confidence wasn't strong enough to handle repeated blows to my ego. So I knew I was better off deleting Bumble, continue making strides in my sobriety, and most of all lose a few lbs. And with some luck I was able to get a physically demanding, better paying, job to counteract my concerns about being sedentary. Picked up walking around the local park in my neighborhood. Then the unexpected thing happened and I started dating a coworker at my new job. That's when a friend of my GF alerted us to a post she came across. It had screenshots of my old Bumble profile, the pictures, the bio, private info, my first, middle, last name, full birthday, my cell phone number, my home address, and last but not least, the address and phone number to the job I used to have, with a caption that said something to the effect of me unmatching her on Bumble before she could get a chance to message me. But she took the time to screenshot my profile before even trying to reach out, IG, and then further claimed she had learned from a friend of hers that knew me personally I am married and my wife had to leave the state to be safe from me. The post was from almost 2 years ago. And again, if it's not obvious, I have never married. And it really embarrassed me because I was so far from ever being husband material throughout my 20s, and I'm still working on myself to potentially be a great long-term partner to my girlfriend. And for this woman to claim that I was somehow already at that stage of life, that I had a marriage, was able to afford it, and then violently destroyed it. It was violating. My GF's friend even shared with us screenshots of the comments that were under it. And that part was devastating, because not one person asked her to prove any of it. Not one person asked her to consider the harm it could cause by putting all my address information online to strangers. Not one person called out the obvious, that she was retaliating over a perceived rejection. Also, I don't even remember her face. I'm 100% confident she never matched with me on Bumble. I got so few matches back then. But the comment section did agree on one thing, that men who look like me are secretly gay and that's why they beat women. I cried about this for days. I couldn't fathom that this group on Facebook was all women my age and older and behaving like the same kind of attitudes of middle school children who taunted my younger brother so much that he committed suicide. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about my little brother, but never has it been because I was on the receiving end of what my brother went through, and it made me so fired up. I just kept thinking to myself, they got away with bullying my brother, and I can't let them keep getting away with it. So my GF and I agreed we'd do something. My GF had already been using a fake Facebook ACCT to follow this woman's Facebook ACCT. And, sadly, like most people, this woman is addicted to social media. She posts a new picture of herself every day, oftentimes the same picture with different filters, which is a level of depressing I can't describe, but it made me feel sorry for her in a way. She literally posts everything, including a list of several other people she has done this to. That part really highlighted the urgency to act in both me and my GF, because it wasn't just a one and done for her. I was not the first. She has doxed at least 5 people and one is a woman. The reason she went after a woman is because apparently she is in an open relationship with one of the guys that rejected her. There's varying different levels of encounters she has had with, some she's met, but it's hard to believe if any of what she put was true because she completely made shit up about me. Now I'm assuming she must use some crowdsourcing from other members, but as far as the private phone number and address and full names, I think she uses one of those Spokeo-type websites. I have an arrest on my record for trespassing and drug paraphernalia. If she was intent on sharing accurate information to others, I questioned why she couldn't just bring up that factual arrest record. My GF and I didn't need any more speculation. It was clear this is an ill and predatory lizard parading around as a feminist vigilante. It was only by sheer luck that I moved jobs around the time of this posting. Plus, combined with my GF and I aren't on any social media. We only have the fake Facebook account we used for this occasion, because if we were, the lizard would have been harassing us directly. So my GF and I used her Facebook activity against her. First of all, she posted where she works, a daycare ran by a church. She always posts when she's at home, when she's going to work. So we went up to the daycare when she was at home. We printed out screenshots of all the men and women she is non-consensually sharing photos and address of. We included the posts where she is egging other women to review bomb the places they work. We spoke with the director of the daycare, and we were surprisingly well received. And we all were able to figure out that much of her time at work is spent on Facebook. And that includes when she's doxing people. 2 weeks ago I got an email from the director. He explained that they fired her on grounds of harassment in the workplace. We still use our fake Facebook ACCT to monitor her. She's just created a GoFundMe to help pay her rent. But my GF and I are going to see to it that is shut down for harassment and fraud. She's done this to so many people. I have no doubt she will ever figure out which one of us finally came after her.